Hi, everyone. So, my name is Lauren Smalley. I am a ninth and 10th grade English teacher at Moreno Valley High School. This is my digital reflection multimedia response, addressing the question, why do I teach, and what my personal teaching philosophy is. So I am doing this multimedia response on Screencastify, which is a multimedia tool that I am using quite a bit now that we are engaged in distance learning. So I thought it would be an appropriate way to kind of walk you through what my personal philosophy is. So here's a little picture of me, and the three things that I wanted to talk about was passion for learning, community, and service. So, the first one, passion for learning. I wanted to start here because I think this is probably the reason I became a teacher. I wouldn't always say I was the best, most high performing student in my past, both in high school and in college. However, I always did have a passion for learning and discovering new things and getting to kind of explore my own curiosity. So I think that's what led me to become a teacher, on the idea that I could share that passion and hopefully instill that passion in students. And also, just for myself, get to be in an environment where I am continually learning new things and kind of get to be that perpetual student in my own right. And the next one is community. I think I have the type of personality where I'm a bit of a jack or a Jill of all trades, if you will. I'm interested in many different things and talking to many different kinds of people. And, teaching and education was one of those things where I get to always engage in community. I have a community between myself and my students. Um, so all my students together or individual classes. I have a community with my colleagues. There's, a wider education community within the district at large. So that is just something that I love about education, and what drives me to be there is just that aspect of being part of a community and also having the opportunity to community build within my classroom. And more and more, what I'm realizing, especially teaching high school students, and especially getting to reflect on this being at home and kind of reimagining what the classroom looks like now that we're online, is how important that idea of community is for teenagers. I think that there's a reason why well into adulthood, many people will have dreams about being back in high school. I think it's just such a critical time for social development. So that's something I try to spend a lot of time on, is trying to find a sense of community within my classes. And the better that I get at this, and I certainly have gotten better, and I've certainly struggled with it in the past, but the stronger that community becomes, the more room there is for learning, the more room there is for curiosity, and the more just space is created for that passion of learning that I was just talking about. Right. And the last one is service. And I do want to mention, I started with passion for learning, which is probably what drove me into education and pushed me to become a teacher. And, the idea of service maybe was in my mind theoretically, but I didn't realize how much of a key part of it is teaching, or is in teaching. And probably the thing that took me the most by surprise is so much of your day isn't just engaging in the content and um, learning in an academic sense. As a teacher, you're just working everywhere, I guess. And trying to find a way to say it, but it's like you have 10,000 different jobs within one, and you're just there to be of service to your students and to your classrooms and to the student population at large. and you have to fill many roles. And while that was something I didn't intend and wasn't something I think I was completely prepared for when I started teaching, I think it's something I've really grown to love in that time. So, certainly with teaching, I am lucky enough to have a lot of downtime between our summer breaks and our winter breaks and spring break and all of those things where um, I get kind of the freedom to be my individual self without being or needing to be of service to anyone. But I find it very, very fulfilling that in my time that I'm working, um, I am fulfilling my purpose as an educator, helping students grow in their skills and meet standards and become stronger in their academics, but also just serving them as people and helping and having the opportunity to guide them through issues that they're having, behaviorally and socially. And so, again, that wasn't something I necessarily expected, but I think it's something that has become one of my favorite parts of the job. All right, so I'm just going to finish off here with this image from the site that I teach at, Moreno Valley High School. This is on our new field, um, a picture that a bunch of us teachers and students took for the United Hearts campaign, and I think it pretty well encapsulates all the different points I just mentioned. All right, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and shut off.